Give a damn, share a ram. My name is Chase Moskowitz, president of the Sports Talk Club, and I'm here with my partner, Vice President Kieran Hetzel, as we will interview quarterback Mikey Brannick, running back and defensive linebacker Preston Duffy, wide receiver and safety Stephen Lewis, and snapper Scotty Rosenblatt. So boys, first we're going to ask individual questions, then ask team questions, and then fun questions that anybody can answer. So let's start off with you, Mikey. What has it taken to earn the starting spot on the roster as only a sophomore? What goes behind the scenes before you take the field?
So it was a lot of back and forth throughout the off season. Me and another quarterback battling all off season. I don't know. Coach Zutch just told me to, try my hardest, work my hardest, and just put my head down and work as hard as I possibly can. That's what I did, and when he told me I'd earned it, it had been like I've been waiting for that for a long time. So I was really excited.
Great. Now let's get to our running back, Preston Duffy. In your sophomore year, you only had 18 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. Last year, in your junior year, you had 67 rushes with 402 yards and 3 touchdowns. So a big improvement. What can you take away from last season personally, and what can we expect from you in the next 6 games and hopefully more?
Take away from last season, I guess you can take away like the work ethic of just not just me, but like the entire team as a whole. I'm glad to have a bunch of guys like around me and everything that are always going to work hard. And to expect from me from this season, it really comes down to my line. I love our line, and I can't wait to see what they're able to do for me. So,
great.
All right, so Steven, you're a wide receiver, but you're also a safety. So how's it like analyzing the defense on the offensive side?
So I see wide receiver and safety as very similar positions. I play safety very similar to how I play wide receiver. When the ball's in the air, I take it as if the quarterback threw it to me.
Just got to get the ball. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so Scotty, so what adjustments have your offensive line made with most seniors leaving and now you're being the captain?
Definitely a lot of young guys had to step up, and it really reflected, I think, in our weight room attendance in the offseason. I feel like the guys that showed up the most were the ones that definitely got the starting. And definitely we've had some growing pains, I feel, but from our first game to our last game, we've made a big jump, and I think we're going to make an even bigger jump this game.
Great. All right, now let's get to the team questions, which is it's kind of like the fun questions, but got to be a little bit more serious here, okay? So 3 out of the 4 of you are returning varsity players, if I'm correct, right?
Yep.
What is different about this year's team in terms of leadership, and who sets the tone in the locker room and gets the team fired up?
So I'd say last year we had kind of a bunch of leaders, being majority seniors on both sides of the ball. So I think all of us younger guys definitely looked up to the older guys last year and knew we all had big shoes to fill. And I think it forced some guys to step up. Scotty being a sophomore last year, he had to step up in a big way. Preston obviously always brings the energy, and Steven is just also a great leader. So I think it's been great. They've really stepped into the shoes as good captains and leaders, and I don't know, it's just been awesome.
Great. What about you, Preston?
I can attest to Mikey. I think last year we had such a big senior group, and a lot of guys were leading without that captain role. And this year, we don't have a big senior class, so having that leadership, it comes from a smaller group, but I think it still comes from the same perspective and how we all want to win. So,
great.
So even though Ramsey just any other team, is there any revenge steaming after losing to a game-winning field goal last year? Do you guys view them as a rival?
Absolutely. I feel a little bit hurt because our seniors never were able to beat them. So I feel like that just really adds a lot of fuel to the fire. And especially since, if you look past football, last year, hockey, lacrosse, baseball, basketball, and football.
Basketball won once. We got that one.
You got that one. But they all beat us last year. So, it's definitely time to flip the script, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Great. What about you, Steven?
I definitely agree with Scotty. Ramsey's been winning most of the games, but we definitely gotta flip the script and show them who's gonna win this Friday night.
All right. Last team question. is there a song that gets you guys fired up in the locker room right before the game when you come out, go through the banner? Is there one song?
I'll start this. So a lot of the linemen and our running back Preston love this like heavy metal rock stuff.
Yeah.
But last week we ran out to "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins. That gets me pumped up. You know, the goosebumps, the chills. I don't know. It's just electric when those drums hit in the song.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right, so let's get to the fun question. So, I know you guys might have a set answer to this, but who's the funniest person on the team?
Sklar. It's gotta be Sklar.
100%.
And why's that?
He's just so out of pocket with everything that he says.
Can a high school custodian please come to the main office?
I mean, you just never know what he's gonna say next. Whether it's in practice when we're supposed to be serious or pasta night, like we're always just dying laughing for what he's saying.
But it also brings a great energy to the team because he's always smiling and laughing, and it just keeps everyone upbeat throughout practice. You know, after school, you could be at the school for 8 hours during the day, and Sklar's just always laughing and stuff, so it brings a lot of energy to the team.
That's great. All right, let's get to this question. Who would you say is the coach's pet on the team? Like the coach's, favorite player, the one that looks up and says, what do you think?
100% Preston Duffy. I mean, Coach Judge asks someone to do this. I mean, Preston's the first one running over there. I mean, that is a big heart thing, but...
Can I add on to that?
Of course.
You know, we have 3 amazing captains on the team, but Preston Duffy seems to be the one that gets texted first every single time with anything. But, so yeah, I tend to agree with Lewis.
Great.
I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to go Elijah Dixon here because this kid can never do anything wrong in practice at all, ever. He's just always, never does anything wrong, so it's great to be him, I guess.
Cool.
All right, so last one. Do you guys have any unique pre-game routines, like a ritual in the locker room or something like that?
I know after I get taped and stuff, me and Mike go out on the field, throw a couple balls around, just get warmed up and get ready for the game.
Okay. Scotty?
I have
Offensive
nothing
lineman?
particular before the game, but before every year's first game, I watch Fight Club during that day, and then I watch anything football related. So this year I watched Swamp Kings, the Florida Gators documentary on Netflix.
Great. All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming after school to interview. We wish you guys great luck. First Ramsey, give a damn, share around.
So, thanks.
Signing off.